Last time on Mutants and Masterminds. Stop laughing at me, cry. Last time on Mutants and Masterminds, you guys. I can't look at this screen now. Last time on Mutants and Masterminds, you all went to meet our doctor friend. I just realised I don't have my note page up. Bear with me 2 seconds.
His name was
Thomas Booth.
Thomas Booth, thank you. You went and met with Thomas Booth. You also met with a ex-Kinetics employee who gave you an amazing piece of intel to a site that may or may not be the site that you're looking for. However, having spoke with Thomas Booth up in his weird, aesthetically pleasing, not that anyone ever saw it, little shop where he gave you a bit more information to the backgrounds of how things are going on. He answered a lot of your questions, which you guys seem to have only just managed to get the answers to at the end of the season. Not that you've had any opportunity to get it prior, had you had not killed anyone before thinking. Who knows?
Who did we kill?
Tony, you killed pretty much everyone in this campaign right now, so you can't really ask that question. Okay? Your death toll is the highest, okay? Don't go, who did we kill?
We also
Don't worry, in this
acquired
game,
a
it's
boy.
like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
We acquired a boy who we named Tom the Van because he destroyed our van.
Yes, you did. You've acquired a child with capable teleportation skills because you gave him the coordinates of where to open a teleport right in the middle of your van.
Yeah, we've got the worst handler of all time. I'm slowly learning, even though
If you haven't worked out by now, your handler's that much better than yourselves.
Worst handler.
But yeah, so you were on your way to a base of operations in Scotland.
Yes.
Yar. That wasn't Scottish.
Nope.
No.
So so you made your way, you teleported. You did send out the information before you left Thomas Booth of where you were going, and when you arrive, it is one of your members has disappeared when stepping through the portal, which I'm sure is not a problem.
F.
And so when you go through this portal, having left Thomas Booth, not Gun. Oh, this is where it's going to go to shit, isn't it?
Ryan.
Pangolin.
Hi.
Not even one of the two. Pangolin, you emerge out of the portal.
What?
Followed. Oh my god! Where's my head? You followed by Igni. But you are not followed by Brian.
Name was
Brain.
Brain.
And and you look behind, and the portal closes, and it's just you two and this child who opens the portals.
Wait. Brian,
Just the two of us? What about...
Oh, sorry, and Doc Ock emerges out of the portal at the last second as it's about to close.
Did you just call me Doc Ock?
Doc. Oh dear. Doc Galvanic steps out the portal at the last minute.
Hey, where's Brain gone?
What?
Van, where's Brain?
Did he not follow?
I mean, he's not here. Maybe you got cut in half. No, because I would have half of him. He's not here.
Van, Tom, where's he gone? Did he come through?
Well, I don't know, I was the first one through. Did he not follow?
Did you not think to wait till all of us came through before you closed the portal, mate?
Well, I can go back and see if I can find him.
I mean, do we have time? Are you going to get pooped out if you teleport? Didn't we have an ice cream truck anyway?
You did, but you left it back at Thomas Booth's.
Why? Why would we? I don't think you've given us the option to take it. You've just teleported us to the next area, Andy.
I'll go get it! And the kid puts the teleport and goes back. I forgot about the ice cream truck, I'll be honest. Goes back through the teleport. And a moment second, he comes back through with the ice cream van. I didn't see Brain anywhere.
Well, maybe he's flown away somewhere. Maybe he heard the voice that said...
It is possible he may have been teleported somewhere else.
I'm sorry, what?
That's the thing.
It's not happened for a while. I thought I had it controlled.
What?
How much of somewhere else?
Yeah.
Well, the last time it happened, they ended up in the North Pole.
So he's dead, is what you're saying. You've killed him.
No, he didn't die. We managed to find him eventually.
How did he end up in the North Pole?
Hmm.
And how did you find him?
Where he was, he had a power that made it a bit obvious where he was.
Okay, Brain doesn't.
No. I'm sure he'll be fine.
No more teleporting.
Where are we? Where did you bring us?
The site. And as you look around, yes, you're on the brow of a hill overlooking the town, the nearby town. It should be around here somewhere.
What time of the day is it at the moment?
It's getting about 3 o'clock-ish.
What time was the fire alarm?
When the
Supposed to be
sun set, or
in the
something?
evening, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's summer now, right? So it's kind of still light out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's April?
Yeah, well, it's not like winter, so it's not going to be getting dark at like 3 o'clock, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Igny's getting back in the ice cream truck. In the back.
I'll hop into the driver's seat. Can we see the actual site from here? From this part of town? From this hill?
No.
It'd have a radio tower on it. Can we see the radio tower?
I mean, it is Scotland. It is very hilly. There's a lot of hills around you. You can't see any with an obvious radio tower on it.
Would they not want to put a radio tower on top of a hill so that the signal could be broadcast to all of the UK and further, since they're trying to use it?
You would think so, but I have a feeling that the designers of the site have not thought that far ahead.
I mean, they're very powerful. They have mutants in there, so...
Designers of the site.
Yes, the designers of the site.
Something about it's very foggy right now today, I think.
I lived in Scotland all my life in a valley, and we couldn't get more than 3 of the television channels because of the position of the aerials. I am quite prepared to believe that the hills are definitely getting in the way. My goodness.
Yes.
What?
This is special mutant magic, though, so it's just a super good one.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it doesn't need to be like a broadcasting antenna where it needs to be really high. Maybe you're not understanding the science on this one.
Do you want to say that again with us, Lauren?
Let's just not focus on it, shall we? You cannot see an obvious radio tower mast from where you're stood on this hill.
Right.
But from what you can tell, having a look at like a quick map or something, you are on the south side of Perth at the moment, and you knew the facility to be a bit north of Perth.
Okay.
Good enough.
I can help direct you, because I presume we don't have a GPS in the ice cream truck, but I know directions. The weirdest side power I picked up is going to be useful.
I will start the van and poke every button on the dashboard until I find the one that makes the music happen.
Okay.
I'm hoping they haven't taken it out.
Well, when you say the music, you mean the ice cream music, not the radio, don't you? Yeah. Yes, very quickly, within about 3 button presses, you find the one that makes the ice cream start singing its little ditty.
Anglin, what are you doing?
Start driving.
We don't have ice cream.
And I'm in the back.
Oh yeah, good point. I'll turn it off again. Right.
Was a good point did not have ice cream or that Iggy was in the back.
No comment.
Definitely the ice cream one.
And as you come off this hill, you see some children stood at the side of the road, looking at you with really nice smiles and holding like fivers in their hands.
I'm
I'll
running
just stick my
over.
head out and go, sorry, no ice cream.
And yeah, you as you're driving away from them, you hear a few little dinks on the back of the van as if something's being thrown at you as you drive away.
That's my van. Well,
Not your van.
yeah, fair enough. That's Alex's problem.
You'll buff out.
I'm not doing it.
Meanwhile,
Down in the town.
back in Sanctuary. Weeping Widow, Gun, and Gem. You arrive at a meeting room at Sanctuary, having received a message from Alex asking for you to meet urgently.
Okay.
You've all probably spent the night in Sanctuary since the prison escapes, which you all have escaped from recently.
Hey. Good to see you back, man.
Yeah. It was fun. I have vague recollections of trying to attack a few members of Kinetics. Didn't go down too well, unfortunately.
No, they kind of frown on that.
Yeah, we'll get them the next time. Bit kind of shaken up. How are you? What's happened? What's been new?
Well, pretty much the same story, to be honest. Although we were probably less successful than you. We lost it. It got messy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that. Widow,
Hi.
how's business going?
Yes, fine. It seems to have improved quite a lot. Death seems to be on the up at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And what about the others? How's Pangolin?
Not seen him for a long time. Last time we saw him was at the prison.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Time slip. Not seen him since the prison, so I don't know where he is.
They went off on a job. Had to go and interrogate ex-Kinetic.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Why did we get to go? Why did Alex make us sit here and sort through his coat collection?
I'll take a while.
I don't know, man, but where is he anyway?
And as you say this, a door opens up, but it's not Alex that walks through. It appears to be another handler, dressed in the same weird coats that you've known Alex to appear in. And he walks in with a box, like carrying it towards you. And,
Hi, Alex. Is that the coffee? I know you always bring coffee, and I knew you wouldn't let us down.
and a little head pops around the side. It's not Alex!
Oh. Fuck.
And
Is it coffee?
He places the box on the table.
Alex will come in with the coffee in a minute.
Yeah, and lo and behold, Alex walks in, but he's not carrying coffee, he's carrying 2 briefcases. And he places them on the table. Right, I'm sorry about this. This is last minute. I know you were, well, I know, Gunn, you were already in the midst of sorting something out, and I apologise for calling you back, but, well, let's face it, it's all a bit up in the air at the moment, isn't it?
Alex, you seem very stressed.
Well, the entire annihilation of the mutants in the world is on the clock within the next 48 to 72 hours, so yes, a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got 48 to 72 hours, so, think positive.
That's
Can't you
nothing.
get a mutant that does one of those slowing time things down?
Except for us, so that we can still move.
Yeah.
There's only one that we know who could do that, and he's already... He can't get involved for whatever reasons.
Yeah, him.
Yes.
What are you going to have us do then, Alex? Come on, let's spill the beans. If time's pressing, we don't need to be sitting around here talking. Where are you going to have us go?
I have no idea. That's what the rest of you went off to go and investigate. I called you back here because I have an idea that may help with your situation.
Okay.
You sent Pangolin to solve a problem.
Well, I'd asked for you all to turn up, but I literally, I mean, you didn't turn up this morning. We couldn't wait for you.
Did you tell them to keep their phones? Did you tell them to keep their phones off?
No.
Well, can't you just phone them?
No, because then they'll have my number.
Oh,
That's a good point.
pick out my phone.
Really good.
Burner phone.
Oh, as I can see,
hang
the
on.
usual organisation is a standard here.
Hello?
It's Gam. How are you, pal?
I'm driving. I'm not allowed to talk while I'm driving. Hang on. I'll throw the phone in the back.
I have a question. What day are we on right now? Because you're changing the timelines right now, Andy. I'm confused.
Going
What's
forward.
happening? Is this happening on the same day? Because we sent a text. Yes, we sent a text last section, which was replied to by Gem, and I'm now confused.
I don't know.
Just go with it.
Just go with
I'll
it.
work out.
Just, it's fine.
I just throw the phone in the back of the van. Someone answer this.
I got your text. It didn't make sense.
Nice.
Scramble to pick up the phone, I guess.
Hello? Who's there?
Hello?
Hello? Who's this?
Igni, who's this?
It's Gam. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Did you get arrested?
Yeah. We got stuck in some sort of mine prison. It was horrendous.
Yeah, but the bit after that sucked as well, in the actual prison.
I got out of that pretty quickly.
Good. I'm glad you're okay. What's up?
Well, we're with Alex and his colleague. Do you know what they say about double handling? Gets you kicked off the site. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. We're going to have to come and find you, I think. Where are you?
Hang on, let me send you a text from my phone. I think I'm in the group chat. Hang on. Takes out phone, sends message to group chat to say we are in Perth.
Oh, we're in Perth, Alex.
Alex, can we not just zone in on their GPS on their phones?
Yes, okay. I think I can get you up to Perth quickly. And he nods.
Igni, don't start any
Bye.
fighting without us.
No promises. We've got Pangolin with us, so you know.
What?
And he, as Alex nods to this other person the other handler, and he runs off. And Alex goes, right, okay, well, I'll get you up there. I'm sure it will be fine.
What
You
does
all
he
have.
want us
Do
to
any of
when
you have
we're
winter
there?
gear? Just in case. No, it's fine. Forget
Scotland
about
in
it.
April, it'll be all right. Waterproof should be fine.
Yes. Okay. Yes, you'll get to Scotland. Right. This box. This may help you with your situation about taking on other mutants at this camp.
Rocket launcher.
Well, no, not quite. Call it kinetics. Is technology just now in our controls? And he puts his hand into the box and pulls out a collar. And he kind of tosses it to you, Gunn. And then he goes back to the briefcases and lifts it up, and you see in the briefcases are the remote controls. Now, we think we've isolated these collars and these remote controls, so kinetics won't have any control over them, but they'll work exactly the same.
What you think?
Yes.
Well,
we,
for me.
we've not had much time with a lot of this. But we think we've got it safe. Now, this may be a way for you to deal with any mutants that don't want to get involved, or it may even be a way for you to get into the facility.
Coercion. Huh?
It's the best we can do with the situation. I mean, if it helps, then by all means.
How many have you got?
There's 30 collars in that box, and 4 remote controls here.
Should be easy enough.
I feel a bit uncomfortable using them, to be fair.
I feel a bit uncomfortable being dead.
Well, this was the answer to you guys feeling uncomfortable about killing other mutants as well, so I guess there's just a lot of uncomfortabilities right now.
So you're sending us to Wet Perth. What do you want us to do when we're there?
Your team will tell you, but we think we know where the site is where they're going to send this broadcast, and we have to stop the broadcast from happening. If they send out this broadcast and activate all the markers on everybody, then anyone who's got a marker is as good as dead.
Well, it makes sense they would do it from the Highlands in Scotland to some of the highest points in the United Kingdom, and of course reaching out to Europe. How far are we talking here?
Well, we believe that their broadcast system is a mutant, so it really depends on how powerful the mutant is. We're guessing the site must... I don't know. There's a lot of guesswork here. We have very little intel on this site, which is why you guys are trying to go there.
Well, if we go about 50 miles north of Perth, we're right in the Highlands. There's some big hills up there.
Right. And as he's kind of panicking around, trying to put everything in order in front of you, comes through the door the other handler and a very small child. And Alex kind of just turns to him and goes, "Oh." And you see Alex turns very pale.
What's wrong, Alex?
Nothing. We'll get you to Perth quickly. Right. Do you need anything else before you go?
I need to know why you blanched when this child came into the room.
Can any of you fly?
No.
Kind of.
Right.
By choice.
Bear with me 2 seconds. And he runs out of the room.
Maybe he's pregnant.
I mean, it's a weird place to go, but...
Turn around to this Timmy and say, "So what are you here for?"
Who's Timmy?
He said someone called Timmy came.
That was the other... No,
That was
the
the
other
other-
handler. That was another
the
kid.
handler.
No, this...
Oh, the kid.
Yes,
Talk to the kid.
Yes.
Who's now called Timmy as well.
You're just going to call him Timmy, that's fine.
Yeah. Code name.
I don't like children. Child.
Hi. Hello.
Why are you here?
They said you needed a lift.
How old are you?
I am 13. My voice hasn't broken yet.
Oh, you sound like a 5-year-old.
Hi, Timmy.
Thanks for pointing that one out. I have insecurities about it, but sure.
I know. Late developer. Oh, don't you worry, son.
So what do we need to do then? Do we need to stand around you? Do we need to, like, I don't know, pat you on the head? What's up?
No, just maybe hold hands and stand as close together as possible. And Alex comes back in holding 3 parachutes. Right, you'll all want one of these. Trust me, you'll understand.
Okay.
Well, I think after the last time, I'll look at him and go, yeah, all right.
You know how to use one.
I mean, I've never used one before. I've never needed to, but
That's all right. I'll talk you down.
I mean, I normally jump out of planes without a parachute, so, you know, why would... but, yeah, just in case, you know? Just in case there's any sort of anti-mutant field or something that we jump into and I can't use my powers. I don't really want to be Pancake.
And Alex goes up to this little lad, and you hear him turn to him with his iPad open, says, right, this is the map. That little dot is them in the vehicle. We need you to teleport them as close as possible. Preferably
like on the roof is fine.
Preferably on the ground this
Not
time.
in front of the vehicle.
As close as you can, and preferably on the ground. Do you think you could do that? Okay.
If it's not on the
Nice.
ground, don't worry. I've got you guys. Just don't let go of my hands.
Are you guys ready?
Okay, they're in the box.
I must remind you guys, time is of the essence here.
I grab the box.
Yeah. I stand in the middle
This
of...
box holds 30 collars.
30 colours, yeah.
What's in the briefcase? It would take you as controllers, wasn't it? You're gonna have to take one of those each.
Yep. Grab one.
And as you all stand ready, he kind of holds his hand out at you, and you all are blinded by a bright white flash. Back in the ice cream van.
I don't think we could have fit ice cream in here.
Well, there's no like freezers in the back. It's where they've put like this shitty bench for us to sit on.
It's
I mean,
just.
we don't need that whole bench for you.
I mean, there's.
Tom's here as
No.
well.
It's just to be incognito. They just left it looking like an ice cream van so we can use it.
Pretty sure everybody wants to come to an ice cream van. That's where ice cream is. Well,
Oh,
not
yeah,
this
but-
one.
This
No,
ice
the
cream
music
van you
is
had
for
that
ice cream.
was
No, it is a different ice cream van.
Okay. They have a collection.
Why do we have more than one ice cream van?
They've not realised the problem yet.
They're really cheap on Auto Trader, okay?
I mean,
That's
if you
the
think
I don't
case.
know
about
why you know that, but sure.
Infiltration vehicle. You pull up outside an enemy base, sound the old siren, they let you in because they want ice cream.
Exactly, yeah.
Like
All the
Trojan
bad guys come running out to get one.
Exactly.
And then
So
you
easy.
throw the shutter up with your Tommy gun and say, I got you the 99th, and then open fire.
Exactly.
There you go.
I need to write that for my new movie. The Penguins, you know where you're going? You're just trying to head north.
So go north. Go north.
Right, well,
How far north are we going?
that's a good question.
North.
Has anyone still got the map?
We're on your laptop.
That's a valid point. I'll pull my laptop out and see if I can sort of track where we are and work out how far north we can get.
You told me we've not been looking at the map this whole time. I could just be
No,
driving
it's-
north well past the place.
I mean, I'm sure we'll notice a power plant.
I don't know.
It's not going to be next to what's that? A flower shop? It's not going to be next to that, is it?
And as you're driving along, Pangolin, do you want to give me a driving check?
Oh my god.
Brace yourself.
Don't hurt us.
I said nothing bad ever happened.
Pen?
Making.
And there's coming up a small bridge over a little river that's going through, and as you're driving, Pangolin, you don't notice that there is a car coming over the bridge as you're attempting to go over the bridge yourself, and you end up having to stop really abruptly. Everything in the ice cream van kind of gets thrown to the front.
Sorry. There's a grey car. It blended in.
Ow.
amongst
I'm waving for them to go backwards.
and yeah, they've stopped centimeters in front, and they're kind of, you can see them shouting like, "Yeah, you go back."
Right away. We're bigger. Go back.
And as you're doing this, Penguin, you do notice there is ice creams on the dashboard that have flown from the back somewhere.
Ooh, ice cream.
And just as you're all shouting, there is a blinding flash coming from on the bridge. And as the flash fades, you see Widow, Gun, and Gem all stood on the bridge, looking a bit dazed.
In front or behind the car?
Behind the car that's shouting at you that you want to reverse.
Oh, hang on. I'll start reversing to try and stop them from looking backwards.
Yep. And as you reverse, this car driver drives past, throwing you a standard British driving signal as he goes past.
Yeah, same to you.
You can tell Pangolin was driven before.
Slowly pull forwards onto the bridge.
Yeah. And Gun, Gem, and Weeping Widow, you see this ice cream van approaching you, and you're on a bridge. You're quite glad that you are stood on a bridge.
I'll get out and kind of.
Fucking hell, what happened to the really smart van? What the fuck is this?
Where did you
Hey,
guys
guys.
come from? What happened?
That wasn't
The
me.
van.
It
How are you, Doc?
got destroyed.
Oh,
Good to
the
see
ice
you.
cream van.
My
Yeah.
head hurts.
Is that pangolin?
Yes.
It's pangolin in human form. It's not blue.
It's.
Is that,
I mean,
is
Gem
that
doesn't
why the van
recognize
was
that.
destroyed?
I don't think Gem's seen.
Wow.
Road's
I've
driving.
seen your file, so I know.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
That's a
Road's
good point.
driving. We had an incident with the other van. We had to go back and get a new van. It was a whole thing. But we're on our way to the site. If you want
If they're
to
all in, I'll start driving again.
Awesome.
Yeah.
pack all your stuff in.
Yep. I just
Sit in the back.
bathtub over.
Oh, I'm still not used to that.
Stick the crate in.
Hi,
the back.
Ignite.
Hi, this is Tom. We're calling him Van because he broke our last van.
It wasn't his fault.
It was his fault.
What's his fault?
No, he didn't know any better.
It was him or Alex's fault, and he's the one who's here, so for now it's his fault.
It was Alex's fault.
Hi guys.
All right, Tom.
Right then.
Tom's helping us save the mutant race. He's a good lad. I'll buy him some Pokemon cards or something when we're done.
I'll sort you out, Tom. Oh, well done. Good lad. Right, to adventure.
It's very cramped back here now.
Yeah, alright.
See? We
It's on the
can
roof
throw ice
after.
cream in here.
But you found ice cream?
Yeah. I'll throw some of the ice cream that ended up on the dashboard back.
Isn't this good? The whole gang back together, and I put my arms out around everybody. There's about four of us sitting in the back seat. It's like, yes! It's like old times. Off to save all of our own skin, and many others as well. Fantastic.
Have to say.
And Scotland. Yeah,
He starts
Scotland.
eating ice cream and it starts melting dramatically fast. No. Oh,
Oh, you can't go in past.
now my hand's sticky.
And as you continue driving, Pangolin, about
my name.
2 miles out from Perth, you do start seeing what looks to be like a cooling tower in the distance.
Oh. Igni, there's a tower up there.
Okay. I'll try and check the Google Maps to see where this tower is in relation to where we are.
Is the cooling tower on the map that we were given? The picture.
No. And you are slap bang between Bankfoot and Luncarty, above Perth. That's what I'm looking at.
That doesn't help me.
Gesundheit.
Bankfoot and
Luncarty.
all right. On the A9.
Everyone on Google
Yeah.
Maps it. Yeah, it's on the A9. Yeah.
We're on the A9. That's
I'm not
that's a
Googling
terrible
things, I'm
road.
driving.
No, he's not.
That's
Yeah, that's a good
illegal.
point. Yeah.
Well, I will share this map of the radio tower with the others.
Yes, you will. So, and as you're all sat in the back of this van, Doc opens up this picture for you.
We got this from John Smith, the kinetics worker.
Not
Big
really.
name.
Oh, is it circuit diagram?
No, this is what he can remember of the site he thinks that we're going to. So the red lines are
Roads.
no your roads.
What? No, I'm pangolin.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the red lines are the ways in and out.
They're the paths he
roads.
remembers walking.
Yeah. A, B, and C are the ways in and out. The B is through the like water coolant vent tube thing. C is like an emergency exit. A is the main entrance. I think he did say that there was a back door as well.
I think that was C.
No, where the roads go? You said the one
Yeah,
back
he's-
door where the roads go.
Yeah, he's not put a door there. But it's
Not
like
very good. He was drawing it in the dark.
it was delivery entrance, that's what it was, wasn't it?
I don't know. Are we delivering ice cream?
My eidetic memory will remember for me.
Sorry, say again. Your eidetic memory wasn't paying attention to you at that moment.
Where the two red lines go off on the left, that's the delivery entrance.
Yes.
What was this?
I had to check, okay? I'm trying to put the map up for chat so that they can see what they're talking about.
Oh, left and right, that's what you're checking. Okay.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the two red lines that go off to the left is another entrance.
But it's delivery entrance, but it's always guarded.
Yes, he said that's more heavily guarded than the main entrance for some reason. Mainly because it's the delivery entrance where they would bring in the mutants, so it would make sense for them to have more guards
Nicking the
there.
packages.
Yeah.
So this B thing, that's like say it's coolant, like a pool.
Yeah, it's like a
Swim.
lake pond.
Water.
It's probably the River Tay. Or some kind of water bit.
Yeah, you were told it was a water access sewerage sort of thing.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, it could be a way in, but we don't exactly know, like, if we're going to end up in the vents. Trying to find a way out of that easy enough. Don't know. What else was there?
Green bit's a field.
Yep.
Yeah, they have an airfield. The mutants. I can't remember where they were. Were they above the garage?
The mutants were underground.
Underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
That's
control
great, it all
tower.
worked out.
The command center, apparently the commanders stay in there unless there is literally like no way that they would survive if they stayed in there. So the building has to be like really fucked for them to come out of it.
Yeah.
Like, everything else could burn down and they'd stay in there.
Yeah, because obviously we're trying to hopefully going to get some of the recon done with the fire drill, but they do stay in the command center for it.
Also, the commander has a self-destruct code for the site.
Oh yeah.
There's also apparently some fire mutants in the kilns, which I guess is an area below the site.
Alex gave us something that might help with that, and I point at the box.
But
It's in the box.
the
I'll leave it
Again.
lid up the box.
What? Why have we...
Yeah. Listen, I don't mind using them. I can get behind people quicker than they even will be able to notice. And if we need to clip these around the neck of somebody, then that's what we do. we got to stop thinking that these people are our allies. They're mutants, but they're kinetics, and we need to do everything that we can.
Being forced to work against their will.
Listen, collateral damage. We have to just do what we need to do here. This has to work. We can't.
What's the weather like?
The weather is overcast at the moment, but it is expecting to become very stormy over the next few hours. Rain, thunder, and lightning.
Do you understand how horrible these colours are? You weren't in the prison site we were at. I had to burn many bodies. Mutants who were wearing these. And you want us to just use them willy-nilly.
Listen, if everything that's been said is true, we will cease to exist in a very short few hours. And if we just let our guard down, if we are unable to do what is required to stop this, then it's not just us, but it's our future as well. Now, I'm not happy about that, and I don't really want to use these things, but if it's the difference between us succeeding and failing and getting wiped out in a couple of days or a few hours, then yes, I will use them.
Well, you're just going to accept the fact that not everybody's going to get a happy ending here. And I look at Doc when I say that.
We have to do what we can. We have to. These colours, I understand what the reasoning for it, but can you guarantee, like, are they dud? Are they just fakes, placebos? Or is it just that they've given us the power to use them?
No, they're real, as far as we know.
So why? I mean,
because sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Right?
But you can always find another way.
Doesn't mean we have to like it.
Right.
So
the thing is,
going in
they could have the colours already on.
well, let's hope they're tuned to the same frequency that our remotes are, and I take out one of the remotes from my pockets.
The thing is, we were told that the colours, they were originally created to boost mutants' powers. And obviously we know there's more electricity mutants in there and fire mutants, and if they've done this to boost their powers, because it's a power station, they will already have colours on. So there's no way we can switch them.
I take one of the collars. In fact, I take two of the collars and just sort of motion at my neck. I think they fit.
There's definitely room. The collars are only about a centimetre thick. You could easily fit two on.
Yeah, that still doesn't... It still leaves them with power over them. I would assume that these colours are to switch them out, so that we can hinder their powers, so they stop, and then get them out. That's the plan with these, yes? Is there a plan with these?
If we see that guy in the cart, I'm gonna need one.
The mutants who have collars on already, they're not going to be the ones fighting us unless they're forced to. The collars are put on because it's a do what we say or we kill you. Now, if there's a mutant like that one in the coat who sent us to fucking Dreamland, I understand fighting against him with something like this. But the ones who are there as prisoners, we can't just wipe them out. If they are sent at us, we can just subdue them. We don't need to push a button and turn them off and kill them. That's like shooting unarmed children. If a children was given a gun and it was sent at you, would you shoot them in the face?
If I knew
that being forced to do so.
We seem to be taking a very easy moral stance here, Igni. Just wonder if you have ever contemplated what non-existence might feel like.
I think I'd enjoy your non-existence more than knowing I'm killing people who are being forced against their will to fight me. I'd rather
And what
punch and
about
knock
what
them
happens
out.
afterwards? What happens afterwards? What happens when the rest of anyone who could have been born like us is gone? Or is under the
That's something I
control?
have to contemplate because I wouldn't exist.
See?
Look, I understand what the end goal is here.
I just don't understand why we're discussing fighting people who are the prisoners, the people we're meant to be saving. Why are we discussing fighting against them?
We don't know what we're going to have to face in there. We have to be prepared to make the tough calls, the tough decisions. Yeah, all the other decisions are easy and straightforward, but the tough ones, we cannot blink. We cannot wait. We have to do it. We have to. We cannot hesitate. Otherwise, it's us that's going to be with these collars round us, and before we know it, we're the ones generating electricity and boosting the power that's going to kill entire mutants across this whole country and probably continent, and who knows, even the world.
There's something else we have to consider with it, Igni, that they have converted mutants to be on their side, and we don't know how many of them are actually using these collars. If they are using collars to boost themselves, like they were originally created, if they're doing that willingly. And I know it sounds ridiculous, because, you know, they shouldn't be helping kinetics, but that's something else that we do have to consider. And I mean, I'm not saying that I want to go in there and destroy them all. I want to save as many as we can. But we have to think of the end goal. The, you know, the need of the one outweighs the need of the many, or whatever it is.
Oh.
Need of the many.
Need of the many.
Outweigh the need of the one. I was almost there.
You got it very backwards.
Yeah. But yeah. I understand your frustration, Igni, but I want to try and save everyone too.
I understand your frustration too, Igni.
We're not fucking soldiers.
We're in a war.
It doesn't mean we're soldiers.
Someone has to be.
We're not soldiers. We're not asking. Nobody's asking us not to feel. It's just we know we're the few that have been trusted to help save so many people.
Before I came here, I used to think it was hilarious to actually jet into a vault filled with diamonds and gold and cash bonds. I could help myself and get out and nobody would notice. Of course. I have a big house. Got lots of big houses, and I made sure that other people were okay around me as well. There are a lot of very well served soup kitchens in London that have a huge bank balance thanks to my work. I thought I was doing good. I thought I was doing the right thing. And all along, all I realised was I was tinkering at the edges. I was just putting a sticking plaster over a wound that was so deep it cut right into the arteries of our entire civilization. And yeah. So if you think that I'm going to blanch and look away just because of a couple of people unfortunate enough to get in the wrong way at the wrong time, and if that's in the way of what we're trying to go, no.
What would you do if it was one of us who had the collar on and were forced to go against you? Would you put us down without a second thought?
If the collar's around my neck and I'm in the way between what you need to do to stop this from happening, press the button. I look around at everybody when I say that.
Well, we're just wasting time because we've got.
We're in a car on the A9.
The clock's ticking, and this is not going to get us anywhere.
No, Pangolin's getting us there by driving while we're talking.
But this discussion isn't going to get us anywhere. We don't know what we're going to go into. We don't know what we're going to deal with. So when we get there, just deal with it.
We're
And if
doing a
someone else-
recon. We're not going in right now, are we? Are you planning to storm it today?
You're talking about if we have to kill people. So if we have to kill people, then it's unfortunate. But we've got to save a lot more people. We've got to save the whole world. So if we have to take a few out to save the whole world of mutants, then that's what we have to do. But if we can try to save them, then we save them. simple.
Pangolin, it's about this point you're pulling up closer now to the site. You now have a bit more of a view as the hills shift around. You can see there are 2 cooling towers, and then set aside from it is what you can see is somewhat of a facility.
Can I match it up to the facility from the map that fake name had given us?
It's a bit hard to, but you can see there's several buildings all around in an area. You would probably have to look at the match up to a map sort of thing, because you're at ground level. It's not the best drawing in the world.
I've not pulled up to the wrong place.
No, so far it's definitely looking like this is exactly where you're meant to be.
Yeah. Right, I think this is it. Hang on, I'll pull over here. Oh, you can't see us. I'll just pull the van up.
Is there any like high ground or anything where we'd be able to get a look over the facility?
I'm on the van.
There's a few hills around you, but nothing that's majorly above the area. You're kind of in a bit of a flat land area.
I'm on the van now, lift it up.
So they wanted us to take pictures, so we can get more buttons like this, and I'll just press my button for a second so everyone else can see, like, all of a sudden turn into, I don't know which one I pressed, so let's say I turn into a random man, and then I press it again and turn it off and I look like Igni again. Alex says he can get us more of these, but we need to get pictures of staff members. If we have those, we can get in as those staff members, which means that we can potentially sneak our way in initially.
We need to look for those nefarious devices that they had around all the buildings that we've been to that set alarms off or block powers as well.
I think it's literally built into the walls, that system.
Turn that off. Maybe.
If there's a fire alarm at some point today, we'll get a lot of people outside and we can use this fancy camera, gestures that fancy camera. It apparently will let us take pictures of them and then get facial scans or whatever, and then we can look like them. If we can get, hang on, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get about 6 or 7, I guess, now, because there's a lot of us. Then we can all look like one of these scientists or whatever, and then we can probably just hopefully walk in if we can get those, I don't know, power detectors turned off. We'd be able to walk in and hopefully make our way to somewhere and then do something before shit hits the fan.
We need, like, IDs or something.
Yeah, because you need the IDs and the photos.
I mean, I could go down there with anybody's face, but does that guy at the gate know everybody's face?
I don't know, I'm just saying what Alex told us. He's a fucking shit handler. Didn't give us any information. He said take pictures of them and you can get us more
ice cream.
things.
Okay, so you want to start a fire? So
No,
do
they're
we
going
know
for the
anybody that's
firewall.
good at starting fires?
Yeah.
We can start a fire, but if we still can't get, we have to be in the facility really to make a fire be useful. Otherwise, I'm just setting fire to the outside.
Yeah, because I see with that, we wait to see if they have a fire drill.
Because right now we're looking at a facility we know nothing about. We don't know how many people are in there. Guards, not even mutants, just people. Well, you know.
Doc, how far do your senses of electronics go? Because if we think we're sneaking and they've got surveillance outside the perimeter, they're going to spot us a mile off.
How far can you do that blink thing, Gem?
Yeah, far enough.
What if you were carrying someone?
Slows me down a bit, but not too much.
Somebody small and light looking at
They can set fire to things. The problem is, though, if they've got that wall going around them, then I'm not going to get through that. I can't get in.
No, I guess
can
that
get
ends your
close.
trip real quick. But
We could set fire to a tree and have somebody big throw it in.
What? Oh.
What if you just got me above it and dropped me in? I could slow myself with my wings.
That's,
But then you're in there.
yeah, I think that
And
would
it's not-
be more risky getting caught.
If Gem's power thing's still on, what he said, then your wings won't. Well, you still have wings, but I mean, you won't be able to set fire to things, and you're stuck in there.
But if they're
your
using
wings.
mutants to power stuff, then why would they have a power suppression thing? They
It's-
wouldn't. There'd be no
That's a good
use.
point.
It suppresses you in that area. It just means you can't cross it. That's what that's what I mean. Like if it's got it in the walls, like we can't like Gem can't cross it.
What kind of
Well, we can
fence?
drop through it.
That's what I mean. If it's open air, surely you could just poof me into the air, you poof away, and then I fall. I'm not gonna have to go past any walls or anything. I'm just gonna
Right.
fall into the middle.
There
I
you
can
go.
fall with
That's
you.
the plan.
I can fall with you.
As long
You
as we're
have
not
got 3
going
parachutes.
through- We do have
Yeah.
parachutes.
That we've seen though.
Yeah, we don't need those.
The question is, are we planning to do something about this today, or are we going to try and prep and do this tomorrow?
Somebody mentioned a fire drill. We got to get these people outside, right? And the only way to do that
Well, no, apparently they have a fire drill.
every day.
Every Friday.
Today is Friday.
Every Friday about sunset or something.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
that was apparently in winter, so maybe we're not quite sure what the time of it is.
Well, let's ditch the car. This awesome mobile.
I won't ditch the van. There's ice cream in it.
I yeah. I just grab an ice cream from behind me and put it in front of Rhodes.
Right.
We can't leave this here. It'll draw attention. They'll have access to the traffic cameras on the A9, no problem.
I can hide it. The little kid pops his head out the little window on the ice cream van.
Right.
Are you going to cut it in
Right
half
then.
like you did the last one?
Next thing's got to hide 2 bit.
So,
Go in,
what's the
have a
plan
look.
then?
Get this hidden, go around, scout the perimeter, search for electronics to make sure that we don't get caught before we need to be seen. Have a look, watch out, get the camera in there so we can take some. What's the lens on that? Can we zoom in?
It's got a really good zoom.
Got a really
It's
good
more
zoom.
advanced than you'll ever know.
Get the shots that we need, and get out.
And as you're saying that, the ice cream van starts up behind you, and a portal
Wait, we
opens
out?
up. Yeah, you're all out of it. And this kid drives the ice cream van through the portal, and the portal closes, and it's now gone.
There you go. Problem solved.
Until we need
I-
to get away quickly.
Got legs.
Somebody's got that kid's phone number, right?
We got Alex's.
apparently.
So we've just let our only getaway vehicle
That's
disappear.
our only getaway vehicle. We're probably better off on foot anyway.
I have an hour and maybe like 40 minutes before I look like me again. I've got one of the buttons turned on. I stick out like a sore thumb, so we should probably get somewhere a little bit quieter so I can save the power on this thing.
I mean, it's
Oh, look, the
quiet.
place is covered, but is there trees? Are we near the forest?
Yes, there is a lot of forest around you. You kind of where you've parked. You're at the top of it's a flat area, but it is going down. But you are in an area that's got a lot of trees around before it fully opens up to the river and where this facility is. So yeah, they're not tall trees, but there's trees.
As long as we don't get spotted by digital means, we've got plenty to cover.
You have pulled off onto somewhat of a dirt track, so yeah, it's a good chance.
So are we gonna, I don't know, climb up, get up the mountain, just looking over it so we've got a better angle for pictures?
Edge of the trees, maybe. I can get us up. That's not a problem.
long as we can see the front.
Yeah, I believe that they all... Did they say... I haven't got it in my notes. Did they mention that they go out into the field when the fire alarm goes off?
He just said that they all leave the site, apart from those in the command centre.
I think he said they goes to like the road, I think. This
Like a site, or is it fenced in? Like a...
It's from what you can see from where you are, it looks like a very small prison. There is high concrete walls surrounding it.
So they're outside, but still penned in.
From the information you gathered, he kind of suggested that they would leave this whole site altogether during the fire alarm.
We're having this discussion as we're walking down a part of the forest track towards the edge of the trees, looking out over the facility.
As we're walking along, I'm just collecting little stones and putting them in my bag. No particular reason.
I'm going to be checking if they do have any, like, an outer perimeter set up.
Yeah, and as you're walking, Doc, you're not sensing anything electrical. You could sense the road behind you, a few of the street lamps and everything that were lining up, but you're not sensing anything towards as you're walking through.
Okay. I'll just like keep an ear out or whatever for that anything that pops up as we're walking along.
All right, that's in it. Could have brought the dog.
You have a dog?
One of my houses does.
What's it called?
Huey.
I thought I was going to say number 12.
12C. And yeah, you all have this pleasant walk through a few bit of marsh in Scotland. It's a bit cold. Weather's a bit shit. Very grey. Not really appealing to most. You can almost swear to God, if you listen quietly beyond the wind and the rain, you can hear bagpipes. And yeah, you reach this small brow of a hill that's kind of sat a little, not too far away. You're probably about less than, say, about 400 meters from the walls to this site. And you get a good view of it. You start to see the map a bit more, and you can work out the odd buildings for it.
And what time of day are we at?
We're getting on to about 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish.
I take out my phone and say, "Oh, sorry guys, left the volume up. It was playing some music there. I'll just turn that down."
I wondered what that was. I just thought it was a Scotland thing.
You'll notice the bagpipes goes quiet.
Do you reckon when it goes dark, you reckon it'd be safe enough for me to do a flyover, or do you think that'd be too risky?
I mean, I imagine it would be safe. It depends what kind of... how dark the facility goes, I guess.
So it
You have,
depends
like,
what
floodlights and stuff.
mutants are in there and what things they've got scanning the area.
Wait and see. You might have like
How far-
lights or whatever.
Yeah.
How far are we from the facility, the edge of the trees and cover, being
About
stealthy?
400 meters.
You're about 400 meters from the facility, and the trees go on for about an extra 50 meters from where you are at the moment, before it just opens up to a full open, empty, flatland, grasslandy area.
I'm still at the back of the group carrying this box of collars and the briefcases that I got out of the van before Tom drove it off. I'm just covered in branches where I've walked through all the low branches of the trees.
Yeah. You look behind and you see this hole going through all the trees that's perfectly pangolin shaped.
Is it pangolin or roads?
Still Rhodes.
Still Rhodes, but he's not that much weaker.
I mean,
Doesn't change much, honestly.
you're ruining the red coat.
I am, yes.
Yeah, the red coat has got a lot of rips on it right now. Someone has not been avoiding the trees.
Uh-oh.
Box is heavy. I mean, they said they did the fire alarm at sunset, so I don't know if we're going to wait here till sunset when they come out, or if you want to try and do that dropping in thing first.
It'd be just our luck that we drop in and then they immediately all walk out for a fire alarm.
I mean, yeah, if we drop you in, there would be a fire alarm.
Can you not, do you not shoot fire?
No, what? What? No.
No.
Okay.
Do you?
Well, I thought you're not you're made of fire, are you not?
No.
No?
No, she's made of dragon.
I have very hot hands and I can breathe fire.
Well, there's breathing fire, that's close enough to,
I can get it about 60-ish feet.
Okay.
And everything within 60 feet will be fire.
I mean, it was worth an ask. It was just a thought to save you actually going
I mean,
in.
if you've got, a thing, what's that box made out of?
Wood, I think. But it's also full of collars.
True. But if we had something, I could set something on fire and then you could, teleport, drop it in, but it's kind of going to be obvious if a big branch appears in the middle of their place on fire.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Right. I'll put the box down and sit on it.
How's the weather doing?
It's starting to get darker. The wind is definitely picking up. It's starting to light rain at the moment. And you can hear the thunder in the distance.
So they do a fire drill at night?
At sunset, yeah. That's what the man with the fake name said.
How long till sunset?
I don't know, I can't see the sun.
I'll be about half 9, thereabouts.
Could be here a while.
Yeah, we've got a couple of hours. Which we
Although,
can try and preserve
yeah.
and stuff.
But you're not sure of the time because the guy who told you this said he visited the site for 3 months over winter. So he's not sure of the time, but he just basically, he implied that every time he came out with the fire alarm, it was always just gone dark sort of thing.
So it might be that they set it up on Friday at the same time every time, regardless of whether it's dark.
I mean, most businesses do the fire drills at a very standard time all the time.
There you go.
To be fair, doing it at slightly different times is probably better fire alarm practice because it means it catches people unawares and therefore gets a better read on how quick they can get out.
Yep.
It'll be dark by 10:30.
I mean,
proper dark, like black dark. Like you can't see anything apart from the nose and the hand, and then your arm. That's that kind of
the
dark.
weather is probably going to be an issue at that point as well.
It will
See in the
get
dark.
true dark up
Maybe.
here, won't it?
Maybe it'll be an issue.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, take on
There's
the
no midges.
binoculars and just look out over the facility.
yeah, and the facility seems sort of quiet. You can see the odd person walking around it, carrying a weapon of some description. You see the tower in the middle, which isn't all that big that you kind of expected. It's probably only about 4 to 5 stories tall. But you can see there is definitely some sort of contraption on the top that looks like a radio mast. But
How thick is it?
very weird. Thickness-wise, it's very thick. A lot of girth.
Two C's.
It's probably looking about... It's hard to tell because you don't have a lot to kind of reference it size-wise at this distance. But from the little people you're seeing pass, you probably guess that this tower's probably about 20 to 30 meters wide.
Okay.
Take a few shots with the camera. Practice shots at these guys that are walking around.
Yeah, if you look down the camera, you're actually able to zoom very close in on these people to the point of even 500 meters away, you can zoom in enough to start making out little colours on their uniform where badges will be. You can make it much clearer to what weapon they're holding. You could even, when their head turns, you can just start seeing like the outlines of the nose sticking out on the face. You get a feeling you won't have to go much closer to get an actual decent shot.
How many guards are there?
At any one time, you can at least see 3 patrolling the outer walls.
Many.
Can we see any on the inner walls?
No. You can see occasionally there appears to be one on the rooftops. There is another smaller tower that's just beyond where you are, like hidden behind. That's probably only about 2 stories high, but that definitely, you can see there's always seems to be a guard on the top of that roof. And you can even see little blinking lights to indicate maybe there's a helicopter pad there.
And from this, can I see any like boxes or anything on like corners of the buildings that might indicate cameras?
Not from this distance, no. Maybe if you, get a gun, you probably might be able to see the odd camera using the camera. But from this distance, none of you will be able to see that with your bare eyes.
We have bear
Okay.
eyes.
Bare eyes.
So,
Like hellfires.
are the cameras in particular places? Can they gun?
They're on all the corners, and occasionally in between.
Pointing inward or out?
Well, they're ball cameras, so it's kind of hard to say which way they're pointing.
Yeah.
Hey, strange question. Can anyone here fly a helicopter?
No, can't say that's in my repertoire.
Yeah,
No.
No, really, Pangolin?
I can make a helicopter fly.
No, that's not what I asked. Can you yourself pilot a helicopter?
No, that wasn't in the forklift training.
Imagine that.
I mean,
What
it's
about
not
you?
levers. It's basically the same thing.
No,
What about you?
no. No.
Have you ever been in a helicopter?
No. Do something at a helicopter.
That's not the same.
Really?
Seemed relevant.
I'm only asking because if anyone could, there is potentially a helipad there that we could, if there's a helicopter, we could have used it to escape.
There's
We've
a
got escape
helipad?
tunnels. We can use
There is a
escape tunnels
helipad,
for
but there's no helic.
Oh, I didn't think we could see that from the distance.
It's over there. It's got the flashing lights on it.
I mean, I don't suppose Sanctuary would have a helicopter, would they?
I don't believe I know of anyone in Sanctuary who has ever boasted about their helicopter piloting skills.
I don't think in an underground city
Well,
they really need many helicopters.
Is it under the basketball court?
I mean, they might use a helicopter to get from America and stuff because they have a base over there. You never know.
We have a
A
base in America.
helicopter to get to America. Do you know the range of a helicopter?
No.
It's not that long. They definitely would struggle to get to America. I get what you're saying.
When do you reckon they're going to have this fire alarm?
How dark is it again?
With the clouds coming in, it's getting dark really quickly.
Well, reminds me of
Firewall.
holidays.
The fire alarm was being done by Andy. He'd wait till it starts to rain before he does it.
I'm gonna check. Like, how long is this storm forecast for?
Having a look at the forecast, the storm is to last for a while. It's in for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
What's the storm called, Andy? I had this question asked to me by my brother.
Helen.
Storm Ellen.
Helen with a H.
Helen. Okay. Storm Helen heralds in the heroics of our heroes.
And I take it you're all just going to be sat here now waiting for this fire alarm.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the
Gem
box.
bathtubs up to one of the branches on the trees, just low-lying branches, and sits there against the tree waiting.
Okay. All of you roll me perception check then.
Perception.
Deception before the precipitation.
23.
By 4.
Got beaten.
Pangolin, Gem, and Weeping Widow, you're all kind of sat there when you, ever so faintly in the distance, you pick up on an alarm.
Hey, listen, shape up.
The alarm's going. What are we going to do? We do it now.
Down.
Gun, as you're kind of looking through the camera, and you notice there definitely is some movement. The guards are all running towards one of the entrances, and there is definitely something going on over there.
Yeah, let's now, do I see any people kind of rushing out of buildings at this point?
Not yet, no.
The fire drill, nobody's rushing anywhere.
People are getting the coats and hot drinks. They've looked out the window and seen, fucking it's raining. Get me coat on. Get me coffee. I'm not standing out in the fucking rain. Two of them, you know, they're getting the fags as well. We're gonna have a cheeky fag break as we go out on this one. Not from experience, this, by the way.
Okay, I'm sweeping across the whole site with this camera, looking for signs of people emerging from any of the buildings.
Yep.
There's got to be some that are keen.
I stand next to Gun and just say, Gun, point me in the direction you want to go if you need a better angle.
Sure.
And yeah, as you're watching, you start seeing from the right-hand side of the base, the gates start opening up, and you're seeing a few people trickling out from inside.
Okay. So I zoom in with the camera. Am I going to have to get closer?
As you're zooming in and you go to like take a picture, it does come up out of range.
Yeah, we need to get closer.
Wait, no way.
And I kind of point roughly the direction
Yeah.
that I'm thinking these people are coming out from the right-hand side and pointing direction, kind of pointing direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what. How far till we're out of the trees? I guess on the edge of the...
Yeah, like I said, the trees only went on for about 20 to 50 meters in front of you before you're open into the open air sort of thing.
So, Gun,
We're gonna have to get.
I put my hand on your shoulder. You ready? Let's
do
go.
it.
Yep.
And then we're in front. We're at the last tree. We're just at the last tree, looking out.
Yep.
Take a quick look with the camera. Are we still out of range?
You zoom in on individuals and it comes up with green to say that the details there. However, there is a different message now popping up. Too many in capture. So because they're all coming out in a hurdle, you've got wherever you're looking, you've always got about 5 to 6 people in that window.
Okay. I can solve that by getting closer, right?
You could, because then you can zoom in more on them.
But we got to stay above the wall so we can look in.
Well, no, because they're all leaving the wall. They're on the outside of the wall.
Oh.
Now, I do have an ability to disappear effectively. If Gem can drop gun fairly close, he can hide him. Is that a thing he can do? So he might appear and people may see him momentarily. And he
And then they'll be just like, oh, who?
vanish. Yeah.
I mean,
The rain and the mist.
you're still about 450 meters away from the site. There's a good chance they are very preoccupied with this now fire drill that they may not notice someone.
Drop us in the crowd.
Yeah, that's definitely within his abilities.
Yeah. I'll look at Gunn when he says that.
Are they all dressed in a certain way?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not there. Sorry.
It don't matter.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Now, you're kind of behind them talking in the bushes. It's fine.
No.
You can see, when you look through the camera, you can see that all the people emerging are either in white lab coats or black onesies, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the guards are obviously in guard uniforms.
But nobody's necessarily going to expect that.
I can give you my black jacket.
I'm wearing a suit anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Is it black?
Oh,
Yeah, let's make it black.
And I kind of point to an area, kind of like where there's a crowd of people
Yep.
that are all kind of stood around. They're lighting up cigarettes or whatever. You reckon you can get us in just behind them?
And I wink at Gem, and then just as I do that, my hand. Oh, fuck, I've started it already.
Didn't take long.
It's such a good name. I just like saying it. Gun, I wink at you.
Yeah.
And as I do that, my hand's out on your shoulder, and we're bathtubing, and we're standing in a spot just around the group.
And that's a great place to take a little break, don't you think? Back in the world of Mutants and Masterminds. Gun, Gem, you have teleported into a crowd of people evacuating a top secure kinetics facility.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We just kept walking in step with them.
Yeah, you don't want to know what's coming. We had a break and a moment to think about how we were going to do this.
And
You didn't think about it at all.
and you teleport in, and everyone's kind of bumping into each other, looking round. There's a bit of shouting going on, but
What kind of fire alarm is this? My goodness. Anyway,
Yeah.
I look at Gun.
no one
And it's just
appears to have noticed that you've just appeared.
Which is good.
We're just walking.
Yeah. It's going to look a bit weird when I start taking the camera out. But
There's
I'm going to do it anyway.
looks the least professional fire alarm I've ever heard.
So basically I'm going to lift up the camera and I'm going to start taking shots of people.
Yep.
Why was a fire drill?
It is a fire drill. People aren't happy
so
about
they-
it.
But it's a fire drill they do every Friday. And yet they're coming out like this.
Yeah, we only get one chance a week to mess about.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
looking for kinetics. It's not fun.
It's the only thing they get.
I've got that meme now from The Office. You know, they're doing fire drills. They're all just
that's literally it. It's like they keep. This is why they have to have so many fire drills, because people just aren't getting it. That's what they're meant to do here. It's so much panic. They just have like, no, we failed this one. We got to do another one next week. Come on. Yeah, there's a bit. There's a lot of people, and they're all trying to get filed in line. And there's a few people going around with checkboards trying to tip people off. It's not efficient. It's not efficient.
Brilliant. This is perfect. We may just get away with it.
Roll me your stealth gun.
Oh.
You have a stealth gun?
I was about
Your
to
stealth gun.
Can I help in any way? Is that a thing?
Are you gonna hold your shirt over?
Like, stop talking about my shirt. I'm starting to get a complex. I don't need to.
Yeah, you kind of stood next to him, kind of blocking the view a bit, so you are helping. And so yeah, you're able to take these shots of people's faces quite clearly.
Yeah. And if anybody asks, I'll just go. It's for the brochure.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you get a few shots off when all of a sudden, across the shouting, that wasn't as loud as I thought it would be.
A long way.
I think there was a gunshot several miles
There's
away.
a gunshot.
There's a gunshot on the hill.
From the mountain over yonder.
There is a gunshot go off, and the crowds very quickly calm down, and everyone kind of stops moving. The fire alarm turns off.
That kind of fire alarm.
And there's just silence as the people with checkboards continue going around checking people.
Yeah. Are they coming down? Are we all in lines now? And they're kind of coming down.
Yeah, the people have kind of formed into a bit of a line more now. Made corridors.
Alphabetical order.
And yeah, there is a guy with a checkboard coming towards you. He's about 4 people away.
Yeah,
done.
How much of this can we see from where we are? We're still in the trees and stuff.
Oh, you're in the trees. You saw them. You saw them teleport. I think Weeping Widow got the intention that they'd gone in the crowd, and then all of a sudden you've all heard a gunshot go off, and everything gone very quiet over there.
Did we see whereabouts the gunshot came from?
No.
Oh God.
There no flash or anything.
No, it was in the middle of the crowd, from what you can tell.
Well, you didn't hear it. It was suppressed, clearly. It was...
Yeah, you probably heard it louder.
It was loud.
Yeah, you heard that.
Have you got a pain in your leg?
Yeah. So Weeping Widow, Pangolin, Doc, and Igni, you're all stood here. The alarm stops, and you've just heard a gun fire off.
Do you think we need?
What the fuck are they doing?
I mean,
Did they just teleport in?
They what?
yeah, but they're pretty
Someone's taking
sneaky.
photos. We could maybe.
The camera has such a good lens. So why did we have to teleport right in?
People
They
were.
Look at the detail.
Maybe you need to work. You have to get
well.
closer.
They might be trying to
Photographer
get.
needs the right angle.
Oh, well, that's a plan out the window. Let's just see what happens.
I mean, should we? Is there any way? Do you think we could try and check whether it's them? I mean, we don't have anything else to be able to.
Could yell.
That won't help.
I
mean, we know if it were them.
binoculars.
Look, Gem can teleport, so, unless someone shot them both with one shot, Gem would be back here if there were a problem.
Can we see if there's any person who's not standing up but instead lying on the floor?
No, they're
But
too
why
far
would
away
we
for you. No, you can see a bit of a blackness of this crowd that's gathered. But you're too far away to make out
I
any
have
details like
binoculars.
that. You do not see anyone falling then with your binoculars.
Do you think
Well,
we should
just provided
try a
it.
distraction?
I think we should maybe prepare a distraction, but I don't think we do it until we need to.
How do we know when we need to? We've just heard a shot. We've got 2 friends down there.
I think it looked like none of the people who came out were really taking it seriously. I can't see any lying down, so I don't think anyone was shot. I reckon they fired the gunshot as a warning, and that made them all line up. So I think they're okay for now, but if shit goes down, I can just set this entire forest on fire. That'll make a distraction. That might give them enough time to poof away.
I was thinking more of like a fallen tree kind of situation, because a forest fire might be a little bit, they can tell it's on purpose in this weather.
But what if they just think it's a lightning strike and set it on fire?
Lightning can't set forest fires. So the bear said, only you can start forest fires.
You know bears?
What?
Smokey bear.
Meanwhile, back amongst the crowd. Meanwhile, in the crowd, Gunningham. Gun, you're stood there when the man with the clipboard walks up to you. Oh, and he just ticks something on the board, and then moves on. And he goes and he stands up to you, Gem. Name?
Ian McDermott.
Which department, Ian?
HR.
I haven't got anyone from HR clocked in. Did you clock in, Ian? For God's sake. Will you people learn? You've got to swipe in on the second point, otherwise you're not on the fire register. I'll make a note of your name. Make sure you do it next time, Ian. This is why we keep having to do them every week, because people won't sign in.
Look. Come here.
What?
I know that times are tough, but I don't really want to get reported. Can I make this a little bit easier? Like, if you don't put my name down, if I just maybe,
But what if there's a fire in an hour? You have to be on the record.
All right, I'll do it next time.
What? I won't mention it, just make sure you swipe in when you go back in.
Cheers. I don't want to get in trouble, that's all.
Right, okay. And he walks off to the next person. And you can hear him shouting at another person behind you for doing the exact same thing.
We're not the only people trying to infiltrate the base, please.
Yeah, there's loads of them.
Everybody in the line.
This is good news for us, though.
Yeah.
It is.
Has anybody started walking back in yet?
No, everyone's still stood still in silence.
Oh, so everybody heard that conversation. So they all know
everyone
that
around
Ian
heard,
didn't
and they're like,
swipe in.
fucking Ian and HR, fucking ooh. You stood there for a few seconds when you hear another go off.
Oh, sorry, we hear a what?
There's a big delay on that one.
There's still someone shooting in another hill somewhere.
If you're trying to get her attention, take the silencer off.
There's a hunter out and about.
It's just some random guy on the Scottish Hills doing it.
That's
That one's even.
Yep. That's just.
Not going to matter.
Bloody hell, everybody's going to be dead at this rate.
So
Well, that was closer.
it's getting closer. This gunfire. Bloody hell! We need to get moving.
Sounds like there's several gunshots
Some
down
guy
there.
walked around the corner of the building, just randomly shooting.
This isn't quite going to plan, is it?
It's not. Why is it so quiet?
Just make the noise with your mouth.
machine
It'll be
gun
louder.
now. Shit, in trouble. It's
Bang!
Guys
Bang!
walking around going, there's no expiration date on this. Bang!
You know,
Yeah, that one.
yeah, there's a gunshot that goes off.
Yeah, we got it.
That still wasn't that loud.
It's like medieval canon.
Sirenscape is a
Display.
great
It's
tool
sort of-
for using on your TTRPGs. It's got amazing sound effects that aren't quite volumed to the right scenario. Yeah, so another gunshot goes off and you hear a shout from the front. Right, everyone back in, fun's over.
Bloody hell, they shout louder than their guns. They must have some special guns.
I heard every word they said.
Some special voices.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, next time, put the loud hailer up next to the gun.
Hello!
Yeah, use the megaphone with the gun. And yeah, everyone starts filing back in.
I guess we kind of purposefully walk slowly and filter.
There are people behind you who are now kind of slowing down with you.
Okay, well, we'll step to the side. And I'll just say, come here a minute. And I'll get the camera.
Yep.
I'm going to take a photo again.
And yeah, they carry on walking past. Even the guy with the clipboard walks past. He does see you taking a picture and he smiles.
Take one of him.
And he carries on walking in.
Yep, and then this just at that moment when I look up to the cameras at the corner, and I just kind of just look. No, you don't.
Don't do that as you're walking along.
You just pop your pants down and shit.
Sir?
And I just get a gun and I just point to just
You get
the
a
corner,
gun?
right
Is
at
it a loud one?
Yeah.
We noticed.
I point the gun and I just I point to just at the point directly underneath the camera, and then
We'll walk towards it.
yeah.
Yep. And you walk over to the camera, and just as you get towards it, round the corner comes a guard smoking a cigarette, staring at you. And he kind of joins you and holds out his cigs like, oh, good thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take one.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Take a photo of him.
Selfie.
back in the forest, Doc, Pangolin, Igni, and Weeping Widow, you hear this second gunshot go off in the distance.
I said, do we hear it? Is that fun?
And shortly after, you see all the crowd move back in. And
Could we see the crowd? Could we see like these two taking selfies with people?
no, that unless you've got the binoculars like Igni, you just see like the very small. It looks like a pile of ants going back into the building from this distance.
They're very quiet guns.
Why do they use a gun to signal that they can go in or out? That feels needlessly wasteful.
Maybe they don't have one of those like big cone things.
Why don't they just say, okay, we can go back in now? Like, somebody could just walk out and tell them. They don't need to shoot a bullet. That feels weird. Anyway, it looks like they're all going back in. I don't know where the other two are, though.
Is it,
They're in the crowd somewhere.
how dark is it now?
It's getting rather dark now. Probably about another 20-30 minutes, and you are going to need like a torch to see where you're going.
Oh, I can probably see in the dark because I walk around crypt.
I have dark vision.
Okay. So,
What's the plan next?
Wait for them.
Right, we just sit here then.
Guns
Like,
got
I guess
cameras.
I'm hoping they've taken 7 pictures in the time they've been down there.
Oh, we've taken
Or they've been shot,
hundreds.
in which case, we might have to make a new plan. In a
So
few
we've got
minutes
no
we
way of
don't have
talking to them. We've got no like ear devices or.
one. We could ring them. But, I
could
mean, if they're
text
trying to hide in a crowd,
Just
Well,
wait,
they're
they'll
taking
be fine.
selfies. So I think it might be logical that people have mobile phones down there.
You mean they're taking selfies?
Well, I don't know that. Yeah, so ignore me.
Are you just assuming they're taking selfies because they have a camera and they're in a crowd?
Yeah.
why not?
Who
I mean,
wouldn't?
you know them better than I do. I mean, you might be right.
You know that Gem's into all his social media.
You actually see getting pings off his social media as he's uploading them with the guards.
Hang on, I'll text Gem. Okay.
What did you text them?
I just said, hi, you okay?
Oh. Has he texted you back yet?
No. Probably busy, or he's been shot.
Send a text back saying, be with you momentarily.
Oh. He says it'll be a momentarily.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just wait.
No.
It hasn't started raining yet, so I mean, we're doing alright.
Back with Gun and Gem. As you just send this text off, the guard looks to you. You know I should be reporting that and taking it off you. You know you're not allowed them in the site.
Yeah, but I'm going to fuck with you having a cigarette under the camera. You're not going to do that, are you?
All right then. Anyway, you two better get inside. We need to shut the gates soon.
Yeah, sure. Right there.
The guard's staying there. It's just this awkward silence out of you all stood against the wall smoking.
Yeah, look at Gam. That's a. I think come with us.
Yeah. I think he wants to join us inside.
Yeah.
Wait,
Let's go.
and then put my hands on both of them and just
Okay, yeah. And you
back to where they are.
back to the team. And yeah, Widow, Pangolin, Dot, and Igni, you're just stood there watching the site. When all of a sudden, Gun and Gem just appear out of nowhere with a guard.
Can I immediately punch him in the face as soon as before he's
I can
even
do that.
wondering?
I think that's a great idea.
Roll me your strength.
Why did you sigh like that?
Andy knows we might have to do combat and he's dreading it.
No, it's not that.
Can I?
Or you're unarmed, whichever.
Can I use my martial arts?
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
Never get a chance to do that.
I'm in the kung fu.
Do a chop to the throat.
I don't know what that means.
No, yes, that's a hit. Yeah, you catch him completely off guard. You have got an advantage on this as well. You just manage to like catch him right in the throat, and he falls over completely unconscious.
Nice.
Why do you have a person? Why do you have a guard?
We need pictures, not
Fuck
people.
off, would he? Cool.
We're gonna notice he's gone.
Well, now you have a passcode and a uniform.
Hang on.
Handy photo.
I just
Did
pick
you
him
get
up and put him
6
behind
more?
the box.
So one of you can put the uniform on and zap back in now.
What about the other 6 of us?
Well, they can go and open the gate and let us in or something at an appropriate moment in time.
Do you have enough photos?
I passed the camera.
Yeah, and you look at the camera, and it comes up 112 identities captured.
It says memory card full.
Okay, so we need to get this to Alex to get the buttons.
Yeah, he said just to get in contact with him and he'd be able to get it picked up and get the stuff sent to us. We
Okay.
should probably do that as soon as we can because I think he said it takes a while.
How are we gonna get the IDs? Do you think?
The same way that we're sending the IDs, drugs.
Win without him. Say that we dropped him somewhere.
Exit Alex.
Yeah, I mean, we could always just say we don't have them and
This
maybe they'll
one.
let us in anyway.
Just point at the guard. Maybe we'll say, you found a bunch of people without IDs. If anyone stops us.
I mean, it's just because there's so many of us. They might be a bit questionable.
Maybe we can get some fake IDs made as well and then just have them like, these ones are all faulty and they're not working, which is why it's a batch of them, not just like one.
Done.
Yeah, man.
Didn't ask who you were.
No, he didn't, did he?
It didn't.
What do you mean?
I,
My name's on the list now. Gun's on the list.
Why is it? Why
This guy's on the list.
you
That's
are-
3 of us.
What? Why is Gun on the list?
One's a kinetics
Yeah.
guy.
My eyes widen.
You're already in there.
What that bloke in the prison said. He said you were, what, Agent 10 or whatever. Maybe they thought you were this same
17.
bloke.
So he's here.
That's gonna get
Maybe
it
he
has
was on
been.
the list.
Maybe we should. Okay, I read a book where something like this happened once. We should make like a password so if we see you, we know it's you and not the other you.
What was the book called?
I can't remember. I've read a lot. I think it was like Doppelganger or something.
It's boring in that underground city, I guess.
There's not a lot to do, and the internet goes off a lot.
Okay, so we need a code word for us.
I reckon it
Dirigible.
should be something. Dirigible, yeah, that works. No one ever says that. How do you know that word?
Reddit.
Dirigible.
It's a funny word.
So, what we say
Dirigible
dirigible
words.
to him, what does he say back to us?
Alec.
Did you do?
Dirigible, and you say Alex.
Alex's coat.
Alex, dirigible and Alex's coat. Got it. So if we see you and we're not sure it's you, we'll just say dirigible, and if you don't say anything back, then I guess we punch you aggressively in the face until you stop moving.
I'll do it. I volunteer.
Volunteer tribute.
Can we just not say a word like banana? It's much easier
Where's
to
Gun's
say.
mouth moving, but we can't hear him.
He was telling me I was muted, and then he was muted telling me I was muted.
That makes sense. Hard to tell.
Okay, so isn't you other you being in there going to be a problem?
Only if we see him, then we punch him in the face.
I don't know.
Are
I've
you
never met
gonna
me before.
are you gonna go in? Do you want to? Are you planning on going in as you or as someone else?
Well, my name's on the list. I got an invite.
If you see yourself, will you go into one of those weird paradoxical time shift things? Is it one of them things going on?
What the fuck are you
What?
talking?
Then we punch them both in the face, right?
Sort of dash. You know, sometimes when you see your other self or a doppelganger or something, it's like, you know, you can do some weird time thing.
I do actually get what she's going on about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
happened to you
if your
before?
future self meets your past self,
yeah, but
that
Angela,
causes troubles.
this is his
Don't think
clone.
this is- don't think
Oh,
this
okay,
is
then.
past. I don't think he's a time traveler, Widow.
No, we only found out recently he wasn't a mutant.
These are questions that you have to ask.
well,
I mean, we don't
been-
know.
you've
He's
been-
not a time traveller. I mean, no one's
it
ever
was a
asked that
Terminator.
question. So by asking it, now has cleared it up.
He doesn't
You've been
look like a
watching
time
Loopers
traveler.
again.
Yeah, we can do that. We are
We could walk in.
mutants.
He's not a
Okay.
mutant.
You're on the list. I'm on the
But
list.
the other guy might be a mutant, a time travelling mutant. You just don't know these things. We live in a
Wait, so you're
strange
saying that he
time.
will become a time traveling mutant and then travel
You
back
don't
in
know.
time?
Got a uniform.
We don't- What are you?
Who's going to fit that?
Yeah. Which one of us does this miraculously fit?
Yeah, who's does the guard uniform fit?
It's at this point, Gem, when your phone goes off.
Hello?
I have on silent. But yes.
Apparently you didn't.
Yeah, turn it down with the bagpipes, aren't we?
He actually said he was pushing his phone.
Shit, he
on
did
silent.
it.
I mean,
And
we
the
all know
one that
silence
did
doesn't
as
work
well.
in this universe.
Yeah.
It's a priority call. It comes through the silence.
Mutant thing.
It's from
I'll
Alex.
pick it up.
You put him on
Right.
your approved list.
Speaker. I put him on speaker. Alright, everybody's here. Alex, we've got what we need.
Good. About the camera. Where you left the ice cream van. I've swapped it with a better van that may be of some use for you. You may... well, you'll recognise it.
All right, then.
We've tried to repair it as much as...
Can we do something with these photographs there?
Yes, there's a terminal in the van you can plug it into, it'll upload it. The devices are already in the van as well, so it should take a couple of hours, but it should get them sorted for you.
Alex,
Yes.
did you just weld the old van back together?
No, that van is definitely decommissioned for the rest of all eternity. Now, this is a van that you acquired for us a while ago.
We do have one complication.
That
What's the complication?
We had
Only
to
one?
take a guard with us. He was going to make us, so yeah, we thought that we would bring him along from a ride. Any chance of getting him memory wiped?
I mean, we can just kill him.
Yeah, they might notice that he's not, on duty.
Alex just say to kill somebody.
Yeah, I think I
You're
did that.
talking about a kinetics guard.
Aye,
You-
but we
you've
want
literally-
You might have a wife and two kids
was, was
and
that dog questioning if I chose to kill someone after she killed multiple kinetics guards for no reason?
Alex,
I'm sorry,
we're a
I'm
little
really
bit short
stressed.
on time. I could tell, but have you got anybody that can come here and wipe this guy's mind? At least in the last couple of minutes, so that he doesn't remember being smacked in the face, and we can just deposit him back under the camera where we left, where he was smoking, and he'll never even know.
I thought we were having his uniform
Yeah, we can't drop him back, half
in his
naked.
pants. He might notice he's just in his pants.
Looking back with us, figured out at the van.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I don't think taking him back's going to be easy, but
Can
We-
Iggy look like him and go in, and then we just take him back to Sanctuary, brainwash him, and make him a nice guy?
Why do I have to look like him?
So we need to find out whether he's got a budgerigar or a rabbit at home, because that'll need feeding.
What?
What?
but I thought you said that as well. We could do a basic background check on him, but yeah, I feel like he would be more worth if you just tied him up in the van for the time being.
Yeah, we'll get him. Don't worry.
I just pile up the box and the briefcase and then put the guard on top and lift everything up.
Yeah. I put my gun away.
You put yourself away?
I'll just check his wallet to see if he's got any photographs of any budgies in his, just in case.
She steals.
Oh, he's got
Check
photos.
his wallet.
Gaming PC.
People keep in their wallet pictures of their loved ones and the nearest and dearest.
There is indeed.
Gaming PC.
And Ange, when you open up the wallet, there definitely is a picture of his budgie in there.
See? I'm
Is that a
psychic.
euphemism?
But it's not the avian variety.
Why is he got that in his wallet? That's weird.
I
The
am.
Queen of England in my wallet.
That raises. Okay.
We're having this conversation walking through the forest back to the van. Yeah.
Wait, is that his penis?
You don't know. Well, you could find out.
There's a picture of his dick in his wallet.
And we keep walking through the forest, and we're back at the van.
That's a
Yay.
weird thing to keep a picture of
And
in his wallet.
as you
Are
come
you
out
still
the
talking about that, Igny?
as you come out the trees, some of you recognise this van as a kinetics van. The one that you helped retrieve some mutants from, and wiped out half the kinetics in the process.
Where we saved Danny.
Save Danny!
Well, look at this.
And we saved Danny.
Hey, we have a kinetics van?
Look at that.
Yeah.
How did we get that?
You do
Saved
notice,
Danny.
as you're looking, there is a bit of damage still from the side, where it looks like some very hot sort of electricity or bolt hit it.
Alex has given us a scratched van.
I mean, to be fair, they must have fixed the electric.
Useful. Useful.
Yeah.
So, this guard here is a mutant, and we're bringing him in, right?
What?
I mean, that could possibly
Hey.
work, actually.
Because what we could do, now here's a crazy idea. What if we give him a button and make him look like one of us? And then we can say he's a mutant. He's like, look, he's that Weeping Widow who is wanted, and now he looks like that Weeping Widow.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it depends. I mean, saying that, they would have us all, and
If he had a gag on, he wouldn't be able to talk, and they wouldn't see the gag.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because his face would look like whoever's we make it look like, and the gag wouldn't show.
Sounds good.
I mean, Gunn, can you, like, I know it's been a while, but would you be able to, like, maybe, I don't know what we've got, but be able to convince them? Act like the you that's still in there to say we've bringing in somebody? Do you know the lingo still?
Well, maybe. But I don't know the guy that's in there. He might look like me.
I know, but I'm
I've
just
never
thinking
met
that
him.
obviously you'll have, they will think your hymns will have some form of power. So, like, it would be, if they see you, they would focus on you to explain what was going on.
What if he's already in there and they see him? Aren't they going to go, oh, you're already in here?
How much of a bigwig are you? Like, would they even question you, or would they just let you do whatever?
From what we saw at the prison, I think you'd have free reign.
I don't
From
think
what
they
we saw
question you.
outside in that charade that was a fire drill, I think they wouldn't even know if your doppelganger had left anyway.
Well, he didn't come out, so we can assume he's in. Right? So he's not wandering around the place.
Or we could assume he's not on site. Just that he knows his face and didn't bother to question it.
Well, they got a list of people that had signed in.
Did he tick?
Yeah, he ticked.
Oh, so he must be there then.
Oh, so you think... So we're thinking along the lines of we take this van to the back entrance, delivery entrance, with, as a potential, we're bringing in a mutant.
Well, all of us are looking like scientists, apart from one who looks like a god.
Well, I have a suggestion. I'm thinking maybe bring me in.
Who was the one
As
that was
in,
seen
bring
on the
you
TV?
in, or bring the god looking like you in?
Me in.
What, you on the god?
You can bring the guy too if you want. No, I'm just thinking, obviously, with my power, they have mutants with this power. Maybe...
We can stick one of these collars on that we've got the controls.
Yeah, the collars don't work on me.
Yeah, but they think they do.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, I don't know. It's just how much... It depends what they're going to do, because I would think that maybe with my power, would they put me down with the other mutants, so I may be able to talk with them and do something?
Maybe.
When we're in, we've only got one thing to do, right? Find out how they're getting that signal out and stop it.
Didn't she block the signal with her power?
We got another option.
There's
Did she
very
not
limited...
power out the whole place?
I don't know. Because it
What's that
depends
done?
with the backup generators and the other mutants in there.
And this isn't going to be very popular.
No. It's Plan Z.
This place is worth a lot of money to Kinetic.
Blow it
A
up.
lot of money. We take this
Okay.
place out, it's going to really hurt 'em.
Well, we can do. That's the self-destruct code on the commanders.
What if we don't need to go in to do it?
Well, just think as well. Spin it this way. If the entire site gets destroyed, they are just going to pin it on saying mutants destroyed power facility in Perth. and they'll just spin it to make us look like the bad guys. Yeah, we won't get taken out tonight or whenever, but it's still gonna be bad for us in the long run.
It's not already bad for you.
It's going to get much worse.
No matter what happens tonight, however we stop it, they will announce that mutants were sabotaged, mutants infiltrated, mutants were against them, no matter what the end result is.
So fucking what?
Yeah, I'm with you, Gun.
If we go in there, we can see what they're doing. We can try and stop. If they need a power or a mutant or a code or some tape or something to make it happen, we can get that and then they can't do it again. But if we just destroy it from here, we don't know how they do the killing. We don't know how to stop it. We need to go in there.
What if there's more than one? What if they've got backup? What if they've got failsafe? What if the whole place is rigged to provide it? What happens if we take the wrong person when we're in there, or we don't see the right thing?
Why
The
don't
only
we
way
wake
we
up
can
this
do it
guard and ask him?
No.
Nah, he's just a guard. You think smoking is a clever thing? Just look at Gun.
Yeah, you're right. I'll reach in and grab the cigarettes, Jack.
They are the cheap brand.
They're better than menthols.
What did you mean if we could do it from without even going in, Gun?
There's a storm coming.
What does that mean?
Oh.
I mean, my powers can enhance. I deal better with storms. I can manipulate the lightning and...
So you're saying you can just strike it and destroy the place?
Yes, there's potential for that. The storm's big enough.
I
What
have an
about the people
alternative.
who are in there? You know, the good people who are in there.
That's why for me it's Plan Z.
Like I said, there's not a happy ending for everyone.
Yeah.
But you're just happy to throw away these lives without even trying to rescue these people.
I think we've gone through this already. We're going to do the best we can to save millions of lives. No, it's pointless. We don't know what's in there. We don't know what
There's
we're
a
going
handful of people in there that are helping Kinetics with whatever they're doing.
We can sit and have this moral debate for hours, but at the end of the day, we've got to go in there and do something and stop it. And
Yeah,
if
we
get
go
some
in there and we do
casualties-
something. We don't just blow it up and say, job done.
But have you got a better solution then?
Yes, we go in, we rescue get as many people as we can out, and we use a self-destruct code on the site.
Have we got the self-destruct?
No, we can get it from the command center from the commander there. We know they have it. If we can get that off them, great. If we can't, we can still get people out and then blast it with lightning when we've got people out.
While all of this has been said, the camera's been uploading all of the items.
Yep.
And we've got the guard tied up and just made sure that he's in a, I don't know, some sort of secure lockbox or something.
You've also received a message from Alex saying that they've analysed the photos you've taken and they can replicate the uniforms within 2 hours. Just let them know which ones you need and how many.
Go in, find the self-destruct code, take out the tower to stop, blow the whole place up.
That's an awful big fucking risk.
There's no guarantees we've got enough firepower out here to do it. We don't know what we're hitting.
If it gets
People are
destroyed,
going in, and everything's been for nothing anyway.
I'm fairly certain if we all die, they'll probably have another contingency for how to get rid of this place. Why would they bother sending us in if they just wanted to blast the place from outside? Plenty of strong mutants.
You said this place is worth a lot of money to Kinetics. What about we use it as a bargaining chip?
don't think they're willing to bargain with us.
You want to hit kinetics where it hurts. You hit him in the wallet. You destroy
Yeah,
this
but if
whole
it's
place.
Still got the signal that will kill us tomorrow. We can't exactly trade that back to kinetics. Give them the bait,
just
sure,
press the
we need to
button now.
disable the radio.
As soon as we start negotiating with them, they'll just press the button.
If we've got control of the place, turned off everything, no power.
Only one of us that can do this anyway, so it's down to her.
And if I don't do it, then somebody else will come in and do it, and he won't stop at this.
I mean, what are we going to negotiate with them? What's the negotiation we're thinking we're going to do? Oh, if we all hold this base and you don't kill everybody. Oh, okay, then we will do that. They're not going to do that. They want to kill and wipe us out, or
Weeping Widow.
controllers.
You're in the business of burying dead people, right? You don't make any distinction as to whether or not those people are mutants or not. If
No.
they've got something that ties up to mutants, how do we know? We don't know what triggers that. We don't know what science is. We don't know how it works. You think it ties to two or something, right? That's what Alex said.
The trouble is, if they've made this thing here, they're going to have made it somewhere else, or they've got the technology to make it. So even if we blow this up today, we're only slowing things down.
That's all we can hope for.
The only thing that might work in our favour is, from what Margaret said, they've pushed this forward. So they might not have had the chance to build secondary or have any secondary yet. Because from what like Thomas Booth and Margaret, they all understood it was going to be happening at a later time.
Yeah, but they might have the technology somewhere else, but like plans of how they made it or what they're making. Do we know how many mutants are supposed to be in here?
We don't know how many.
From the fire drill, you can estimate that there was at least 200 people in that facility.
I mean, that's the other thing. How quick?
The mutants have come out.
The mutants were the ones in the black onesies.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And so, do we know where they're even kept? Because
Underground.
see, it's all. I know. If they're underground, they might be a bit safer as well.
Guys,
No.
we've only got one chance at this, and we need to get our disguises sorted. They already think I work there, so that's me. I'm okay. They already know who he is. We've got Doc, who suggested that the powers that Doc has. We just need to cover up you guys. Who has the original brace things on? Igni.
Igni's wearing both of them. Igni's wearing
You need to
two.
got two of the buttons, but they're, from my understanding, it would be new buttons would be manufactured.
Right. So what do you guys want to look like?
Oh, I'll need new ones anyway, because these are just random people.
One of us should be this guy, because he's not there.
Yeah.
And he's a guard, so that should give them access.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Did you get close enough to the facility to, like, were you able to test about the dampeners or anything? Or was he too crowded?
We walked along the wall. Infinity, did we? I didn't think to check at the time, but I'm sure, having had that conversation, again, would have been keeping a wee eye. Is it possible to roll on anything? Memory? Disadvantage?
0 point.
I've just had a thought.
0 point. I've just been reliably reminded that there's actually a thing that we have in this game called hero points that we can use to overcome situations that would have been fortuitous had we forgotten. Can I say that with my hero point that Gem was checking at that time and he was looking for the signs of the things, and they did, while he was close.
Yeah. What specifically were you looking for?
The same type of technology at the entranceways, and also to extend my powers to be able to, when I look through the door, to see if I could get through it, to see if my reach would allow me to.
You definitely, when you were there, you felt like if you couldn't teleport straight through the walls, you could. It was a bit fuzzy over the wall, but you could see on the other side of it, sort of thing. But you could not see into any of the buildings. It was as if all the buildings themselves also have the shielding.
Okay. Scratch one hero point.
Turn to the group,
Awesome, thank you.
There might be a slight flaw in the plan. We're going to take the kinetics van in with some so-called mutant prisoners. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to use the button to make us look like, or it's guard, or we're just going to wear the guard's uniform.
Look like the workers.
The button will make us look like the guard.
Right.
With the uniform as well.
Okay. Don't think we should do that.
Why?
Because he's supposed to be on shift inside. Don't you think someone who's like one of the guards that welcomes the kinetics van in, and then they open the door and see the guy, and they're going to go, "Hey, you're right, John. Wait, why are you in the van bringing these people in when you were on shift out on the fire?"
Everybody we've got a picture of is currently inside.
We're going to put a button on the guard and gag him.
So I'm saying, are we going to... What? So they're going to know the guard though, aren't they? We're going to make him look different.
Yeah, we're going to make him look different.
And
Don't need to go through the gate. Gem could get us inside. Use the same story from inside, but we don't go through the gate.
So we're not going to go in looking like this guard is transporting these people.
No.
That's all right. Then.
Not tonight. I mean, we can do it tomorrow, maybe.
We gotta go tonight.
We won't be able to do
We
it
can
tonight
also
looking
go
like...
tomorrow.
We go tonight because this storm isn't going to be here tomorrow.
Yes,
and
it is. That's what we were told.
And if this all goes tits up,
Then we have to go as a different looking guard then.
all day tomorrow.
Yeah, the storm. It's a big storm. It's in for the next 24 hours, sort of thing. It's sitting on Scotland for some weird reason.
One of those convenient storms that happen in stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them that fades away the moment the battle's over as well. You'll be so missed.
And,
Yeah, and you, like I said, you do know the deadline is late, probably towards not tomorrow but the day after. So because you're not sure of the time, you've at least got until the end of tomorrow to do something.
We go now because we're cutting it fine as it is, right?
Yeah.
If we fuck up, they need time to be able to.
And if we go now, we know the people you took pictures of are in there. But if we go tomorrow, they might not be working.
Yeah, they don't always all work the same days, so they might not be in there tomorrow.
Yeah, but do you know which ones are going to be there and which ones aren't? No. So it
Who's driving?
Does it?
But if it's a transportation of they could have come from London. It could be a completely random kinetics guard in the van, as long as it's the uniform.
Well, we don't have pictures of random people. We have pictures of people that are in there.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be anyone, does it? That's in there because they should be in there. So somebody will know that they should be in there. So we take a picture and make ourselves look like those people. What about when we take the van through the gate? They're going to open the gate. They're going to look in the van. It needs to be a random guard they've never seen because we're transporting this.
What can you take, Gem, in one go? What if we all went through? You took everybody through over the wall.
Yeah.
I think that's better. I think booping in's better.
I had a look. The buildings inside are like fortresses. We're going to get in easy with this van. even if we just got through the threshold, everybody in the back with me, I could get us to somewhere that we can see behind the building, a fire door. We could use Doc to try and open the door and get in. I don't know. All we need to do is get just beyond that front gate, and that's us up to the buildings. Nah.
Because we're already signed in, so we don't have to. The gate is the big problem. We're already signed in. So whether we're going in disguised as, so if we can bypass that front gate and be already inside, that's where we want to be, right?
So you want to go through the main gate, not through the delivery entrance.
We don't want to go through any gate.
Okay.
I can carry everybody except, and I point at Pangolin.
I mean,
You could probably easily carry Pangolin in his human form.
Do you not still weigh the same?
Nope. No.
No. All right then.
Dig its way in.
Yeah, well, there is that as well.
I mean, if we're gonna boot in, then we could use the water tunnels if we wanted. I mean, how does it work? Do you have to see where you want to go, or I don't really understand how your bathtubing works.
It's a direction. I start and I go. It helps a lot if I can see where I'm going, or if I know where I'm going. I don't really want to end up walking into a wall, but I can kind of see what's happening. It'll be fine. Listen, the heaviest thing I ever managed. The heaviest thing I ever managed to do. It was an animal, and it was huge. It was
like an elephant.
It was an elephant.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. It was like a small elephant. It was more like something that would weigh, somewhere around 100 pounds.
Maybe a hippo.
Yeah, well, something around almost 400 kilos. Just around about there. That sort of animal. Now you all look pretty light.
Hey, it might take you 1 or 2 trips, at least, at the worst case scenario.
Yeah, so above the line, 363 kilos is my maximum. So, yeah. I don't think none of us are particularly large or sizable, right?
Muted, Ange.
Muted.
Plus, leaving the van outside is our getaway vehicle. If we take the van inside, they shut the gates, and then it all goes to shit. The van's stuck inside the shut gates.
Good point. Right then, we're doing this. We have to wait for 2 hours.
You do have to wait at least about an hour or 2 just for the IDs to all be converted so that they can be uploaded onto the devices. But then, yeah. And obviously, if you want the uniforms.
Are the buttons that are going to be made already fully charged? Because didn't you say they take 8 hours to charge?
They are already charged, and the ones that are in the van that have come new, yeah.
These things only last an hour, by the way.
Oh, that's fine.
If only you had some sort of portable charging mutant.
Yeah, so just need to get rid of the risk of blowing things up.
Well, there is it.
Yeah.
Have we got the census?
Drop over the wall.
So we're going over.
Get into the main place. Find a building. Get inside. We can only get in the usual way. We can't use our powers to get in those buildings. Or we just need to open a door.
We only have one ID card to get in anyway.
When I need cards, might just be doors. You know, handles. You push the handle, it goes open.
We can't all break the locks like you, Penguin.
No, I mean like regular doors. Regular people doors. I don't know.
I'll just take some walls out if it comes to it.
There we go. Make a door. Move the stone. Put the stone back again.
What could possibly go wrong? So I think are we all now agreed that that's how you're going to go in? We're going to boop over, try and infiltrate with disguises, and work your way in.
Yeah, I think that's as far as we've got so far. Nothing, everything after that is not.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes, yeah, no one's got no idea what's going on. We'll
Well,
wing it.
that's fine. Well, then
If
there
everyone goes
we.
mad, we blow it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we got plans ahead. Tony's got plans all the way between, apparently. So we will leave it there for tonight. On the pinnacle of tactical, well, maybe not tactical, but invasion.